Welcome. Welcome, beautiful souls. So I had a wonderful week number 2 with Manifestation Maven and I live on Instagram for our live book club, right? And before even getting into the groove of recording here, I had a huge spirit download and it made me go check something, and I was just like, okay. And so it's just interesting, the weaning out process of energies external from us that just need to be weaned out, right? Because they're toxic as can be, right? Those kind of levelings of phonies, right? Of those kind of energies all around that got a problem, but really got a problem with themselves, because what did you do to them, right? You know what I mean? If somebody got a problem with you and you've done nothing to them, the real problem is with themselves. People try to fake a funk and try to be all spiritual and all this kind of stuff, but until you deal with your toxic, all you're being spiritual with and spreading amongst your clan is toxic. Okay, right? So anyways, bye. Lightning. People be mad, right? People be mad. You try to be kind, you try to be nice because you can see the ignorance of their ways, but beauty is the way, right? And there's a message coming in every kind of way. People could be mad, people could think that they're tough, people could think that whatever, that's what's up. And it's interesting too, the leveling of alarm, because I knew there was going to be a message coming in and stuff like that in regards to just the catty, because it's catty energy. It's that Humpty Dumpty look, right? Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall because Humpty Dumpty was disproportioned. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, get into your own toxic fuel about why you got an attitude and why you got a problem with anybody outside of you that's never done nothing to you. Why does someone's light aggravate you? So those are things, right? Beauty is the way, right? There's a message in every kind of way, because it's interesting. They probably took offense to something that I had wrote or said or something like that. Meanwhile, it wasn't even about them. But now you know. Those are the things that you can say. And so, right, when you say certain kind of things and somebody else is triggered by what you say, meanwhile, you're talking about something completely different that doesn't even have anything to do with them, but then it brings out, that's how true that is. It brings out the true ugly in a person's environment that needs to motherfudging involve, but that's none of your business or anything to be about any motherfudging kind of thing that's going to be, right? The wind is blowing in every which way direction that's going to be for your vision quest in every kind of way, right? They probably got triggered by the toxic energies that they feed with their kind of low vibrational energy. And they want to be this thing, they want to be seen and all this kind of stuff, or whatever the case may be. You know, the sorcerer. I'm going to read that one. The sorcerer in the middle world. Okay. The sorcerer, I just went right in. Okay, this is the mystical shaman oracles. Okay. I just did it. It's one of those things that I just had it. I can't find it, but whatever the case may be. But you are the sorcerer in your own life. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, which is 3. The divine masculine, divine feminine energies existing within you, deep as the sorcerer in you, you have this moment to upkeep, right? So even if we don't, like, you know, that could be a trigger for me when someone got an issue, right? When they need to go get a tissue and wipe their freaking ass with it, whatever the case may be, right? But again, everybody has to do what's best for them. Even people, like, you know, that remove themselves from your life, that's great. Be healthy, right? To be wise, to operate within yourself, to navigate, right, truth in that kind of way in the middle world, which is the 3D, right? This perceived reality, right? So the best thing to do, right, that would be the advice I would give too, right? If somebody's triggering you to feel a type of way that doesn't need to be, right, unless it's for the evolution of you and, you know, what that kind of means. But Like in the live that I did with Manifestation Maven and I on Instagram today, we spoke about that. People being only in the place that they are ready to hear. So, you know what I mean? So it's wise to be operating from your most healthiest mind, right? Mind, body, heart, and soul, because you're the sorcerer in your own life in navigation to this world. 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So you're completing out a cycle of something in this 3D, right? That is grounding you to the sorcerer that's you, within you deep, right? The taming of the wild, right? The earth keeper kind of energies in those kind of ways, right? Believing in your own magic in that kind of way for your own leveling of elevate, right? Elevate, right? Building your own firm foundations as the emperor in your own life, right? The choices that you make that are wise, right? Because you're passionate at this time, you're not going to go over and be crying over spilt milk, right? That is, right? It's about you being in your empress energy, you being in your king energy, it's you being in your emperor energy, it's you being in your high priestess energy, it's you being tapped into the authentic that is you. It's you being tapped into the truth that is you. It's you being tapped in and walking away from the things that do not serve you in any kind of way as the wheel turns in your favor, right? From all the deceit and the lies and all the phony people in your life. You don't want them in your life anyway. You don't want that kind of fake friend. You don't want that kind of phony friend. You don't want that kind of fake support. People getting mad because you are about yourself and stuff like that, which is what they're supposed to be about too. So what is the problem with, you, right? So people got to pay attention to the levelings of distorted perception that they have and that they keep based off of their own toxicities, right? They got to go into hermit mode deep, right? This is a great reflection time for our introspection time to meditate, to elevate our mind, and to take the swords out of our own mind and to sit there, right? In our sense of self, right? Because you want to be in this kind of king, like loving state of power, empowerment, working on your stuff, right? Because you have it, everything that you need to overflow it, right? So there's choices that you have to make in regards to the things that you create, right? The star energy, and that's great in regards to the pentacles that you got coming up, but you got to get out of your own way, right? So people self-sabotage themselves in that kind of way when they think that you can eliminate or you can take out or you can try to attack or some kind of thing or kind of do some slick kind of shit, you know what I mean? So it's just interesting. Trust your instincts too, right? So I love that I tap in, tune in, turn on, and I test certain kind of things because I want to see, right? Because we need this tangibility, right? That's part of the conditioning, right? So sometimes, we play with our mind. I see a lot of things ahead of motherfucking time, no matter how nice or what I see. The human doesn't participate in those kind of levelings of things. It's the contributing of the healthy evolutionary whole, right? But it doesn't mean that the human doesn't perceive or receive downloads from spirit, you know what I mean, about what is to see, about the people that try to infiltrate themselves right now into their atmosphere. And it's spirit that's giving them the opportunity to evolve in such a transformative way, but they got to get out of their own way, but they don't want to look at you in that kind of way because it irks them that it's you that's delivering such a profound motherfucking message or whatever the case may be, and it's not them being looked at in that kind of light, and they cannot stand that other people can love on you, support you, or energize your way because they can't get out of their own way to see the leveling of evolution of elevate that is there for them to participate on. So part of a lot of many of you beautiful souls that tap in and tune in and turn on with me, right, is because you are that light that you bring to everybody in your world. And so you are that lesson that they must learn in their life, right? And so it could feel like a burden. And so a lot of times people don't want to entertain burdens in that kind of way. Like it's the evolution of the astrological signs and what you have to grow from, right? In your communication, you could have a lot of mercurial energy in you, but you could also have a lot of premature mercurial energy in you, which lacks, therefore, the discipline, right? The teaching, the learning from the steps that it takes for you to have to, right? A lot of people want to feel a certain type of way. They want to jump from A to Z, but all the stuff in between, they want to ignore those details to those things that are the process of the progress of everything that it is that is going to evolutionize the transformation that is within you. You know what I'm saying? And this be the truth. So a lot of people just are not ready to receive you in that kind of way. just fine. You want them to go away so that they can elevate and evolutionize. They're not going to be able to step into your energy at this time because they have to evolutionize their elevate to get into that energy space to even be able to speak to you anyways in that kind of way, right? So the human sometimes participates because it's our conditioning that has taught us that we believe what we see. So sometimes, you know, the human within me wants to see if what I see from what spirit sends me deep, if that's true and accuracy. And it's just like, okay, so yeah, I guess so. I do decree, right? So all the messages received of these people that could be in your energy field that maybe spirit has been giving you messages from for a very long time, telling you about these people, there's something that's not right. There's something that's not right. There's something that's off in their energy. There's something that's off in their energy. You don't want to see. You want to see the best. You want to see the potential. You want to see the prosperity, the abundance, and all that. But that's you, baby girl. So you need to take a step back, introspect. It's not personal. It's spiritual, right? And that kind of effect. So you want to be in that kind of alignment of truth so that when you can see the distorted view, the snakes in the grass, the ones that pretend and be phony on these motherfucking lands, gossip for days and got fucking... It doesn't matter. All that matters is where you are on the spectrum of seeing whatever it is that you need to see about these people, right? People, places, and things, right? Right, Spirit's showing you in the reality, the snake that they always been. They can say whatever they want, they can do whatever they want, but they're the ones with the problem. Right? Right. So, whatever. You trump them in your hierophancy. Do you know what I mean? Patience is needed because the sun is here when you surrender here, my dear. So many of you have already surrendered to the divine unification that is you in your life, the divine masculine, divine feminine energies existing in you that is so deep, you know what it is, that is true. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to lose in the speed and they're like, I don't know what it is that you say, you know what I mean? But we are ready to receive and receive whatever it is that we are ready for. So if you're not receiving, just that's okay. Like Manifestation Maven said earlier today, it's okay. You're going to receive wherever it is that you are on. So just know we're on this elevation of evolution to the surrender that is our grandest transformation that's taking place. 8 is great. Don't give up, right? You're throwing things out into the ethers because you are tending to your business, right? So don't give up. Don't give up even when it gets rough and stuff like that, because here you are on this happily ever after of having everything. You already have everything that you need, right? You have everything you need. I get everything I need. I have everything I need and I get everything I want. Right? I have everything I need. I get everything that I want, and I'm so thankful for that. Okay? I'm so thankful, right? This fool but wise on your journey at this time. How come you keep getting kicked out? Hold on. Very imperative that you really, truly, like in seeking spiritual counsel from people, right? You're never gonna convince me that the person, like, right? Like for instance, right now, I had some spiritual person block me, right? Why? Because they're a crab apple, right? All my haters are crabs in a bucket, right? Right? All my haters are crabs in a bucket. Quote Meg the Stallion. All my haters are crabs in a bucket, right? Now, this person absolutely has no reason to have blocked me other than wherever they are on their journey, right? Wherever they are on their journey, my light aggravates their demons. That's the only reason. Let's get really real here. Okay. They can say whatever they want. They can do. But this is the perfect example of what I mean when I tell people to use discernment when they seek spiritual counsel from crab apples in a bucket. The last person I want to go see for spiritual advice or have made anything for me with their spirituality is someone that's a crab apple in a bucket, right? It doesn't mean that spiritual people are perfect and exempt from certain kind of things, but what it does mean is that a person's inability to rise past their own trigger, right? Right? Their inability to rise past their own trigger, that's for evolutionary purposes, but who wants all the glorification of that spiritual revolution, to not tend to your own wounds, right? to project our vomit onto another, right? To can't stand you, right? Because you irk them in a wrong kind of way. When all you've been is supportive in every kind of way. They can say whatever they want about anything. Because again, mirror, mirror on the wall, who you speak of is you after all. Right? Right. So for me, I think about that. I think about what I want. Now, even this person, I received something from this person and I didn't give it to my daughter. This is before even knowing what this person, what it was going to show me in real lifetime. Because this was me checking spirits at personal information intel. Like, we don't need that person too. Come on, how many fucking people is it gonna be that are gonna be snakes in the grass that you just gotta allow to find, right? So it's not taking personal offense. It's not personal when it's spiritual. I'm not upset here. I'm just in my reality here, and I'm being very clear here, right? Because if I won't wear it, my daughter won't either, right? Because what energy? I'm very sensitive to energy, and it's unmistakable. It's confirming for me even more so now. I should have known when I met the person in real time, their stank ass fucking view of their perception that they had to be intoxicated to be at an event that they're supposed to be spiritual for, right? To look at me like, oh, this bitch is here. Hold on, let me put my shades down. Read it all loud and clear. But still, because you want to be so much part, this is the naivety, right? Of spiritual people that have their heart on their sleeve and want everybody to be a part of a community and unity. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody's in the evolution like you that's genuine too. Like, I really, really like you. You have the potential. So we only want to meet those kind of same energies, right? But we have to close out, which goes into what the video that I did the other day in regards to spirit animal and angel card wisdom or whatever, one of those videos. Where I said, like, the point I was trying to make was that wherever you are vibrationally on a subject, wherever you leave off on that, whether it be dormant or not, it's going to keep cycling back until you tend to that or whatever. So friendship is coming up for a lot of people at this collective time, right? Knowing your true inner circle and the people around you, birds of a feather flock together. So people might think that they're strong because they're outnumbering you, but think about it. Birds of a feather flock together. Let them stay together, right? So, like, it's just a matter of perspective, because all I know is that the last thing I want to receive from anybody in energy is stank ass vibes. I got my own stank ass vibes I gotta work through. So the last thing I want is to receive product from anybody that got a stank ass vibe. So we're understanding that at this time. We're growing in our knowing, and it's showing. And so people are exiting themselves out because you're glowing. They don't want to be in that knowing. So let them go. It's not personal, it's spiritual. Then you have people that think that they're entitled to your energy or all this kind of stuff, or they have expectations of you as a friend, as a colleague, as a this, as a that. First of all, what expectations do you have of me of anything, right? Except to be what I am. Anyways, that's going in that. But like, so we're working on the harmonizing of the realities that might be around us that might not be the greatest at this moment in time, but it's what you're cultivating. So let the garbage take itself out. You don't even need to argue with that. You don't need to defend it. But what you should do is start seeing your connection to the signs, the synchronicities, the intuitive wisdom that you have received up until the point of when you have no choice but to ignore what is being shown to you, right? Because it's there, it's tangible. Then you can see and start to trust your inner wisdom that always speaks to you. My inner wisdom has been telling me this for 3+ months or more. I have no concept of time, and yet I let it play out. When what I should have did was just block it out from Jump Street. Right? Longer than 3 months, I hear. Last year. So we do get inner intuitive prompting, especially about the people that are around us. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is in every kind of way. Right. So, right. It's about the choices that we are going to make in our own choice to the soulmates that we're going to keep around us, because judgment is here, right? The wheel is turning, right? This is truth in regards to any kind of deceit, backstabbing, lies, treachery. Listen, people do this shit in the sneak and disguise. If you want to be really, really, really bitchy, witchy, and all this, do it in somebody's face. Be like, you know what? I'm going to cast a hex on you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go home tonight. I'm gonna play with my demons, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do all that kind of stuff. That's a real gangster. That's somebody that I could be like, oh, I can respect you. You know why? Because you honest. You honest. But until you could be honest with yourself, there ain't no kind of leveling of expectancy that I shall have from you that's gonna even be any kind of leveling of interference in my energy that I work for. Okay? So, you know, it's cool. It is what it is, right? People can get mad and all that kind of stuff, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And they go through stuff in their own private lives that they front on in real 3D life, and they want to act like they're about some kind of life. But all you can do is continue to work on your pentacles too and do what is best for you. So these topics of conversation come up, right? To not cry over spilled milk in any kind of way, but it's to give it the overfloweth of cuppeth of loveth that is for you here, right? Based on cut these cups that spilled. Bye. Instead, you know, you can have compassion. I have empathy for people in my life, but that's it. I'm done with overextending my empathy to clowns. To people that want to be phony all around and act like they about something when they're really not. They may have gotten triggered off of my videos, which is fine. But that's great. That's for your evolution in time. Right? I sometimes trigger myself for my videos. I'm like, I think I was talking about myself. But again, it's general. I use life as an experience, as an example, and all this kind of stuff, because that's all I could ever be. If you think you're gonna catch me talking about somebody that I wouldn't dare tell them to their face, you're mistaken. We can have this conversation healthily, wealthily, and stealthily for both of our growths. But you're not about that. Right? Right? So let's bring the love in. Let's bring the love in, because that's what's here, beautiful souls. The love is here after the spilling of some blood. Right? Truth style, right? Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. That might be the energy that's what's up, that is off of, that's in opposition. Right? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energies, right? So it's intellect versus heart. Right? But infusing these energies of these queens within you to find the balance that you need to be the love that is overflowing in you at this time, despite what's going on outside. Right? If you're cleaning this all up and you're healing from this, right? Because look, it really, judgment is here. Right? And it's in favor of truth. So whatever that truth is going to be for you. So however you really energy, that's going to be your energy of gifting from judgment in the world, right? What I hear for some too, and look at this is because I get a lot of mixed views, and a lot of yous are powerful creators. A lot of yous are powerful life coaches. A lot of yous are powerful tarot readers. A lot of yous are powerful, period. Like just intuitive, and your empress, your freaking high priestess energies. A lot of yous are like the one. You're the chosen one of your groups, right? Of life, of family, that have dealt with many spillings, many blood spills, right, on here, and people try you, people test you, people just don't want like certain kind of things to happen for you, to manifest for you, right? They want you to always be in this sad energy, right? Always feeling left out, right? You know how long, for instance, little, how groups of popular girls and all this kind of stuff try to exclude me. That's because I shine. You know what I mean? So think about that, that all of them got to team up together in effort to exclude you. That shows how little and weak is their energy. That might have been it too, my poem, but whatever, because they do stuff in hidden, right? So they get triggered by a poem, right? If you're hiding shit behind the scenes and then you get called out of it in the light, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta be held accountable for certain kind of things, right? Some kind of energies. It doesn't mean, oh, that means you go tooting and raising and freaking attacking everybody when they're wrong or anything like this. But this is my video, this is my YouTube, and I can talk about whatever the fuck I want, right? Right. So there's a lot of energies that be trying to make you feel this type of way, or making you feel like you're not good enough, or making you feel like they don't see. Meanwhile, they see it. 5 is a challenging kind of energy, right? They see your cup. They see it. That's why, look, they still create fake accounts. They still create, like, they block, but they create a fake account to still come and see you, or send their friends to come see you. And then they all, like hyenas, cackling hyenas, talk behind the scenes. I've been dealing with this since elementary school. And that's the cycle that's closing out, right? In terms of gossip, slander, like things like that. So we're taking from the experience and we are seeing with a keen eye what it is that we don't want, so that we can welcome in what is good for us, right? Seeing it for what it truly is, right? You are abundant. You have this cup. You have this intellect. You have this heart. You have this infusion. You have judgment, and you have the world in your hands. And what I'm even hearing for some of you too, people are mad because you might be getting promotions. You might be getting married. You might be married. You might be having support, love, and all this kind of greatness, friendships around you, growing, blooming. Your business might be blooming, growing. Or you just might be in that kind of leveling of showing, right? Where everybody's seeing, right? Because you're out there in the world and people are seeing you actually smile. People are seeing you actually be seen, right? All the 4 corners, all this is worldly. This is recognition. This is like in every kind of way. And it bothers them. No, no, I'm gonna like thumbs down. Right? Right. Right. So another 5, right? But look at, I hear it and I, right? If you're not in the energy of keeping anything out, trying to make people feel this type of way and all that, you have nothing to worry about. Right? If you're not sitting at home plotting and being all upset about somebody else and their life and their path and paying attention to all things outside of yourself and all this kind of stuff, and you're just working on you and you're doing all this kind of things, you're not trying to leave nobody out, you're trying to include, you want to be inclusive, you want to be all healthy, wealthy, stealthy with your actions. If you're doing all of that, you got nothing to fucking worry about. The wheel is motherfucking changing. Judgment is motherfucking here. And those people with those kind of energies in them will exactly keep radiating the exact thing that they wish they are, until they choose to evolve from that. And all manner of witchcraft, ABC, Sesame Street, witchcraft, and all this kind of stuff that you think you're gonna do, you are ciphering your own shit. So be mindful about the stuff that you buy from people, the kind of services that you get from people, because not everybody's in their right alchemy. Because if they were in their right alchemy, seeing other spiritual leaders and all these kind of other people in their way, they wouldn't be bothered by other people that have done nothing to them. They wouldn't be bothered. They would be in their harmonious alchemy. And that's real talk. Yeah. I'm allowed to be passionate because I'm alchemist. Right? Queen of Rods. This is a spiritual badass in her power, sunflower gator. Oh, you want to come and look my way? You want to try to take my reign from my parade over here, my crown? Let me hold up, adjust, and let me still not rip you a new motherfucking asshole. But I stay here in my motherfucking place anyway. Because I got the sunflower gaze of the days, right? I'm creating everything in my own kind of revolutionary way because I am that page. There's a message on its way, right? I'm that passionate being that rides every kind of storm wave. I am the storm, right? I am the fool, surrendering to the journey too that is here. I have shot every kind of arrow out into existence with deliberate focus about what it is that I choose to create because I surrender to the divine that leads me at this time, and that's just how it be. That's why I be on this alchemize, on this shine, right? More night kind of energy. So I even hear because I hear something, right? So a lot of, right, not being satisfied with certain kind of offers that might be coming your way, or there might be an offer that's coming your way that spirit wants you to look at from a different shield of perspective, right? To not allow for the energies external from you that don't want you to have the greatness that is the abundance that is of yours. They think by taking away their presence, or by taking away and making you feel left out in some kind of way, it can lower your vibration. That's like a petty tactic to do. Like, she's on her high horse. How would she feel if I did this? How would you feel if I took away? Oh, I don't need your, right? But meanwhile, they be clout chasers. I'm not looking for clout. I've had my account for as long as I've had my account, and I operate my account in the same evolutionary pattern and way that I have always. You can go back years, 10 years back, and I'm still consistent with my shit. Whether who participates or not, I will talk to myself. As you can see when I record for my YouTube channels, you know what I mean? Because this is evolutionary. I don't need an audience. You understand what that means? Understand, overstand? So your presence does nothing for my existence that will still motherfucking continue through and through with the message that the divine needs. I am divinely led, guided, and protected every single kind of time as I wave this sword of truth and stand in my power, holding my kingdom in its full glory. Because that's the story that is being created here as the tower falls. Right? The tower falls. What's it gonna be? These are split energies, these 50-50. I keep seeing that with the last couple of videos that I've created about the 50-50 energies that'll be up in here, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Like, are you the possessed or are you the passionate, right? Right? People think that when somebody wants to be better than you, it's because they think lowly of themselves. I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I know for a fact that I'm disciplined, more disciplined than many that I come in contact with in terms of my spirituality and how long I've consistently been doing it. And it's not that I'm tooting my own horn, but that's what discipline does to you. It puts you into a place of a space to say, I am disciplined. Something is about to be revealed in terms of something for real. Right? So some kind of message is coming in, and it might not even be delivered tactfully. It might be delivered like right. All right. So there might be a message coming in that you don't see coming, right? You don't see this message coming. It might be from a younger person, an immature person, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, right? Whatever the case may be, the air-like energies, because it's just mercurial energy. Signs don't apply to this. But this person is in bondage, okay? This person's tied a certain type of way, tied to certain kind of things in their own life, in their own conditioning, in their own ways, in their own patterns, in their own tact, in their own behaviors, and all this kind of stuff. So what's going to be revealing to you is how this person is coming at you, right? From a side-eye kind of perspective. But remember, they come from this, right? They come from this. So if you're already knowing this ahead of time, you're coming from this, right? So you're coming from, right? So that's fire, air kind of energy. You're coming from a different kind of landing of earthly perspective, of passion, and the wands, the staff is in your hand. They might be coming blazing with swords, right? With their tongue, like stick with their tongue and stuff like that in every kind of way, right? Coming at you, right? in that kind of way, right? They have choices. There's something that needs to be said or something that wants to be said and stuff like that. But the devil, right? So it's a challenge, it's a shift, it's a tower, it's a moment. It's how do you handle this communication, right? So how do you choose to handle this communication? Handle it from this guarded perspective of knowing that you are king of your throne, whether you be male or female, okay? So there might be certain kind of things coming in, right? So that could be even just energies that are just thoughtless in their ways of communicate. Oh, did you hear people that like to gossip in that kind of way? People that like to instigate, like, right? Instigators. People like to instigate a lot of things. Like that Gemini energy, right? They like to instigate. They don't necessarily like to fight, but they like to instigate. They like to rile things up. They like to to pull triggers and get people's feathers all ruffled and stuff like that, right? But you stay in your Empress energy, you stay in your Sun-like energy, you stay in your power, in your zone, right? Because remember, you can look at this person because look, it's coming from a past life kind of experience. So even the energies that they might be whatever energy they're coming at you with comes from a past life. It comes from a past life experience that weighs on them, whether they're conscious of it or not. So this is interesting. This is very interesting. And this makes me also have another heart of compassion for the way that I'm perceiving certain kind of things, right? Because sometimes we can take certain kind of hits and take it personally, right? But like I say, it's not personal, it's spiritual and stuff like that. So this comes from another lifetime. And it's the real issue and problem at hand that is appearing here from the 3D comes from another time and space, from another time ago, some kind of past life kind of remembrance, right? So there are choices for you to make in this department, right, about how you want to proceed. To stay in your queen, like abundant, right, like earthly, grounded energy, right, to be able to handle whatever it is that you want to handle, however it is that you want to, and add your cup of compassion and love, whether you deal with this person or not. At least have this towards yourself. Whether you choose to engage or entertain or communicate in any kind of way, right, about how it is and what's happening here by the challenge, right? You want to handle it in such a higher octave of position of wisdom, right? Because it doesn't feel good anyway. The situation doesn't feel good at hands of however it's being left off, right? But it's very immature. That's what I'm getting. It's like an immature energy. So this could be like a younger person. This could be just someone, age has nothing to do with it. It's just immaturity, right? Somebody that's not happy with their cup of life. Somebody that's not happy with their own look. They're looking into their cups of life, their fish energy, right? And they're bothered by something, right? And they might be taking it out on you in this life, but it stems from another life that happened long ago in regards to why they feel like they have to project onto you, right, this energy, right? And might be people talking about it, right? And that's how I read that one, because usually I don't read that one like that, but whatever. So remember, there's lots of different energies that come in here, but it is what it is, right? Right? So yes, a lot of immature energy. So these are like youngins. This is like those young energies. And spirituality, I want to go immaturity, right? So it's like they lack the discipline or experience of discipline to see it from a shifted perspective. They're only operating from their feelings at this moment in time that make no sense, right? Because they have to get to the roots of that feeling anyways to determine for themselves and see that every problem that we ever think that we have with another anyways, if we get to the root of it, we'll see the energy of understanding for ourselves and what it can be and what it is, right? Right? So someone just sent me this right now, and this is beautiful, perfect timing for Sagittarius. Shine your light on the negative and self-limiting patterns that have been standing in your way for so long. And over time, you will loosen the grip they have on you. This isn't something that is going to happen overnight. It's going to take a tremendous amount of willpower and strength to free yourself from these habits. It is possible. Are you going to put in that work, right? So are you going to put in that work of active discipline, right? By deliberately knowing that you're going to be receiving some immature communication or messaging or something, right? That is going to bring this tower-like feeling into into your current reality, but you have a choice to make about how you choose to balance this out, right? And look at victory. Okay, that is true. All right, so incoming in regards to any kinds of challenging communication that is coming in. Or external energies that are being cycled out of your life. Just let them go. Let them go. Let them go and start forward, moving forward, right? With your Ace of Rods, with your passions and what you're creating, because everything is going to be balanced for you. Everything is balanced for you. There's a balance and harmony being created here. So you don't want those off energies around you anyways, because, you know, it just mixes with your energies when you don't need them around you, period. You know what I mean? Right? So you want to let go of the burdens. All right, so what am I going to call this? I started out with the shaman. Then I went into my other deck. I forgot the name. Mystical Shaman Oracles in regards to cycling out toxic friendships and energies and people from your life that do not serve your highest good. Wish them well, right? We wish you all the abundance and success and prosperity in the world, right? Because that is what we all truly deserve. At the end of the day, I don't have a problem with you, right? You had a problem with me. And so I'm just addressing that from my own spirituality so that I can use it for my own quantum growth and material that I share here with many others that through these course of timeless messages will benefit and help the collective. That is the purpose, the function, the deliberate action of me going into a challenge spree and talking about something that is a challenge for many in regards to dealing with others external from themselves, especially in the spiritual community, when sometimes we have to even let go of our expectancy of how we expect others to behave, right? And sometimes it still gets so shocking when someone's so catty or phony in that kind of way. It's just like, all right, goodbye, go away, right? Because, you know, because they do a lot of misleading things that, yeah, doesn't matter, right? It's none of your business. So, all right, on that note, I'm loving alchemy to each and every one of you. All the information about all this and updates will be made in the description box for each of you to tap in, turn on, tune in when you are divinely guided to do so. Right? Trust your intuition. Know that the more you continue to evolutionize and elevate, people might get into the demonic, aggravate, and they might exit themselves from your life. Awesome. Nothing better than letting the trash take itself out. Right? Great. And you continue to be as fabulous as you are, beautiful souls in every kind of degree and way. If you feel triggered in any kind of way on any given day by anyone, anything, any place, then it is you who should dive deep into you, knowing that you are beautiful and deserving to receive the compassion and heartfelt encouragement to feel received, to feel loved, accepted, heard, you know, and start from there, you know, build the momentum of self-loving care. All right, till next time. Thank you. I really hope that even though I come in hot and strong, that the people that feel that way towards me are really healthy, self-melting. I wish that None of us have to experience certain kind of things, heartbreaks and pain. And maybe that can be a trigger, you know, when you're going through certain kind of things that you don't want to be reminded of. May you rise in your love and alchemy, anyways.